This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
NEC 25 and Globe Business presents Open for Business. This program is supported by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation. We think customers. BMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Sama-sama sa laban, walang iwanan.
Welcome to Open for Business. Mapapanood nyo rin ang programang OFB sa Facebook at YouTube. Mag-like at mag-subscribe sa aming social media at Net25 TV. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Samahan ninyo kaming tuklasin ng iba't ibang pamamaraan kung paano mapaunlad ang inyong negosyo. Aalamin din natin mula sa mga eksperto ang mga pangunahing trends at mga estratehiya kung paano natin mapapanatili ang negosyo maliit man o malaki para maging laging open for business. The economy is still recovering from the past year with businesses trying to stay afloat. MSMEs were the hardest hit sector of the COVID-19 crisis, but through resilience and grit, many small businesses have survived and even thrived during the pandemic. The new normal brought about innovation and a wave of digital transformation. Today, we'll find out how one business tapped into the power of digital technology to pivot its operations and survive the pandemic. Tatalakayin ito ni Randy Bernardino, ang ating OFB correspondent mula sa Las Vegas, kasama ng ating mga bisita mula sa Excel Systech Corporation. All these in this episode of Open for Business.
NEC 25 and Globe Business presents Open for Business.
Bank of Commerce. What we are is personal banking, where we understand that every deposit is your hard-earned money. Every loan is for good reason. Every service aids in your convenience. Every business of ours is meant to grow yours. We hear you, feel you, and we act on your every banking need. Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
Wildcard finalists ang muling magbabakbakan para sa one grand final spot. Yes, you heard it right. Abangan sa mainit na labanang magaganap sa Wildcard Edition kung saan didiretso na ang wildcard winner sa final showdown. Kaya naman tutok na next week sa isa na namang pangmatindihang bosesan. Ako po si John Lucas at ito ang biggest talent search on Philippine TV and online. This is Tagisan ng Galing Part 2 Singing Edition.
This program is supported by China Bank. Your success is our business.
Welcome back to Open for Business. I am Las Vegas correspondent Randy Bernardino. Today we are discussing the power of digital technology to survive the pandemic. And with me is Ms. Claudine C., Assistant General Manager of Excel Systech Corporation. Hello Claudine, magandang araw sa inyo.
Hi, Randy. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Ms. Claudine, what was the inspiration for starting Excel Systech Corporation?
So the goal of our family business was to supply end-to-end packaging solutions to our customers. So this consists of primary, secondary, and tertiary packaging. So primary means it has direct contact with the packaging, and secondary means the packaging is used for branding, and tertiary means it, which is our product, it's used for shipping and storage.
And how is Excel different from other packaging material vendors?
What makes Excel different from other packaging material vendors is that we are focused on building long-term relationships with our customers. We don't cut corners just to earn a profit. We prioritize customer experience above anything else. And our products are definitely not the cheapest in the market, but our customers can be sure of our quality, and we have exact length in all the products that we serve.
Okay, so the quality products. For decades, Excel has already been in business. Ano-anong ibang mga products ng Excel Systech Corporation?
So yung main product namin is the packaging tape. So in packaging tape, it's used mainly to wrap boxes to make sure that secure yung items nyo. And then we have masking tape. Masking tape is usually used for construction while painting. And then we also have double-sided tape, stretch film, food wrap, and other kinds of packaging.
Mm-hmm. Now, nakita ko sa website ninyo, your masking tape that you offer, there's also something special. Sometimes it can be branded. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, yeah. So our tapes, we can put your brand on our tapes, specifically the packaging tapes. So for example, you have a brand, so Corporation A. So we can put that on the tape so it would be more secure. Hindi siya magagaya ng other people. So you can easily see if your product has been tampered with.
Mm-hmm, that's true. And I think that's what makes it special. Instead of bibili pa kayo ng masking tapes sa department store, plain lang, at least when you can put your brand on it, that's what makes it special. Now, let's think about Excel before the pandemic. Bago nagkaroon ng pandemya, how was the Excel business doing before the pandemic?
So before the pandemic, it was very business as usual for us. Things were going pretty smoothly. There was already a rhythm within our office, and everyone was just going with the flow.
So before the pandemic, who really was your target market that Excel was reaching out towards?
So we are a B2B company. Most of our customers are businesses who have manufacturing facilities. So basically, they are factories. And our other customers are the retailers, or what we call dealers. Usually they are school and office supply stores.
Yeah, so all of these different customers. Now, before the pandemic, how were they doing the ordering? How was these customers contacting Excel for their orders?
Before the pandemic, they were contacting us through the telephone, text, email, and sometimes they even use the fax machine.
Oh, wow. You still use the fax machine even now?
Yes.
Okay, now, the pandemic happened. March 2020. Ayun, lockdown. What was your first reaction when they first announced that there was going to be a lockdown and quarantine?
So after the lockdown was announced, syempre takot kami lahat kasi hindi pa natin alam kung anong mangyayari. Things were very uncertain, and we didn't have any contingency plans pa. So we had a lot of customers in the food manufacturing sector, and they wouldn't be able to transport their food without our packaging tape. So we had a lot of difficulty during the start of the pandemic because we weren't ready for the lockdown. Most of our employees could not come to work because they couldn't get out of their barangay, and those who were able to go out couldn't go to work because there was no public transportation available. So what we immediately did was we converted office space into living quarters for some of our employees. And for those who weren't able to stay in, we provided company shuttles so they can go to and from the office. With this current setup, we were able to bounce back quickly after the lockdown. So that was in June, and we were fully operational already by June, despite the curfew.
Well, that's good to hear. You really acted fast. Now, for all of our viewers who are tuning in, they're probably thinking, what is Excel Systech Corporation? What is Excel, Miss Claudine?
So Excel Systech Corporation is a manufacturer and trader of adhesive tapes and other packaging materials. The goal of our group of family businesses is to provide end-to-end packaging solutions for our customers.
Now, of course, the pandemic, we weren't expecting it. And there were changes that we had to make right away. What were some of the changes that you did that worked, and what were the ones that didn't work?
So what worked with us was that we conducted all our meetings online already. We used the Zoom platform, and we were able to use this with our partnership with Globe Business. So Globe has been with us since the start of our business in 2001. So we used Globe Internet.
That's good. Okay, so now let's go back when you said that lifted na ang lockdown for June. Now it's been almost more than a year. Tell us about the journey in the last, from the lockdown up till now. What were some of the challenges you experienced, and how did you overcome them?
So with everything being closed and people were very hesitant to go out of their homes, delivery became very essential. Our sales was badly hit because our main customers, aside from factories, were the school and office supplies, and the schools were all closed. What kept us afloat were the logistic companies who need a big amount of packaging materials. And we also had a new type of customer. They were online sellers and small online dealers. Before the pandemic, you wouldn't see our brand in the online retail platforms. But since COVID started, there were a lot of customers looking for suppliers for tapes so they can sell it online. So this created a new sales channel for us.
Wow. So that goes already into my next question about digital technology. So for the boom, really, there was in e-commerce. Do you have how quick was that right when the pandemic happened that you were starting to see online sellers? Was it the same day or maybe in a couple of weeks? How was that? Did you start seeing that there was already a need, that you have this new customer of online sellers?
So what we did was we did a lot of Facebook advertising. With Facebook advertising, we received a lot of new inquiries, and we also joined Viber groups and Facebook groups. This helped increase our visibility to online sellers.
And now that you had that new customer, bago na mga online sellers, marami nang nag-order, was there a greater need then to have the digital tools available to handle all of these new orders? And how did you handle it with the boom in e-commerce and online sellers?
What was the most important thing for us as we got all these new clients was how were we going to receive their payment quickly and safely, and how are we going to confirm that we have received their payment. So what helped us the most was we used GCash for most of our transactions.
Now, was that easy for you to do before? Before the pandemic, how were you receiving payment? Was it by cash, transfer, wire transfer? How was it before?
Before the pandemic, we used bank-to-bank transfers, or our collectors would go to the customers and receive their payments. But due to the pandemic, it was really easier for us now to receive payments from our customers because we can now check their payments online through online banking.
Mhm. Now, you mentioned also GCash. About how many of the online sellers are using GCash for their orders?
Most of our customers, more than 50% of our customers are actually using GCash. And what's nice about GCash is that you receive a text message once someone has made the payment. So it has really been easier for us.
Now, besides GCash, what other tools? You mentioned Globe Business. What other features of Globe Business really helped you during this time of the pandemic?
So what we did was we gave prepaid internet kits to all our sales agents, and they were able to work from home. By doing this, we did not lose any of our customers, and we were still able to provide the same type of service to them, even during the lockdown.
So you mentioned that you offered your sales agents the Globe broadband. How did that help them in meeting the sales of now your new clients?
So with the help of the internet, they were able to communicate with their customers as if they were also in our office, even though they were working at home. And they were able to get the sales of our customers, and they were also able to send the purchase orders to our office seamlessly.
Wow. Okay. So now if you could compare how the business is now versus before the pandemic, what's different about now in terms of your sales and your revenue?
So our business now is even higher than when we were at 2019. So I think we were able to capitalize on the use of the internet in our business.
And now, so it's even better. What is the demand now for, what are the popular products that your customers are requesting now?
I think what really boomed for us was the packaging tape, which is our main item. Kasi lahat na lang gumagamit ng packaging tape. Pati yung mga motorcycle drivers, yung mga Grab delivery riders, you can see them, diba, in their motorcycle, sa mirror nila, minsan may nakadikit na packaging tape. So imagine mo na lang, one motorcycle rider is equal to one packaging tape, or actually they use more than one pa nga. So yeah, the packaging tape has really been the main product for us, the main product driver.
Wow, that's surprising. Akala ko what would be very popular would be the packaging for food trays, kasi there's a lot of online sellers that are maybe selling from their home, but I'm surprised to hear about the masking tape. Now, were you able to keep up with this greater demand? Did you have enough stocks in supply?
During the start of the pandemic, we were a bit worried about our inventory levels because, as you can remember, nauna yung China mag-lockdown. So during their lockdown, wala kaming any deliveries from them. And then, pag-lockdown naman natin ng March, so dun pa lang, pag-lockdown natin ng March, yun naman yung time na nagde-deliver na sila ng items sa amin. So we were lucky na umabot naman lahat ng orders namin.
That's good. So now if you're thinking about present time, if you could reflect, how is your business able to survive during this pandemic?
So because of the pandemic, there were also a lot of there were lots of entrepreneurs, backyard home sellers who used our packaging for their sales and delivery. So kahit na nawala yung office and school supplies namin na customers, meron naman mga pumalit. On a smaller scale lang sila, pero marami pa rin sila. Also, we were able to shift from offline to online. Yung offline sales namin before, although humina siya, pumalit naman yung mga sales namin from Shopee and Lazada.
The orders that you're receiving online, are they majority through going through your website? Are they using the Facebook, Viber, or how? Where do the most of your orders, where are they coming in from?
Most of our orders are coming in from Facebook pa rin because I think ang gusto ng tao sa Facebook is pwede sila mag-ask ng many questions. Alam mo naman mga Filipinos, marami silang questions. So by using Facebook, they are able to ask questions and we are able to reply quickly also. So usually within 1 hour may transaction na eh.
Okay, so if you're thinking about when the pandemic ends completely and then pwede nang lumabas, do you think you'll be continuing to use digital technology or do you think it's gonna go back to before?
I think even after the pandemic, tamad na mga tao, ayaw na nila bumili. Ayaw na nila yung normal way of buying and selling natin. So mas prefer na talaga nila online. So I think we are going to continue with our activities online, especially yung Facebook selling.
So now what are your business goals and your vision for the future for Excel Systech?
So what I learned during this pandemic is you should always consider other options you didn't consider before. Like for us, dati ayaw namin magbenta online kasi tingi-tingi lang binibili ng tao. And yung preference kasi namin is to sell by bulk. To sell by bulk, by boxes. Kasi di ba mahirap naman magbilang tingi-tingi. So what I learned was, yung mga tao, kaya rin naman nila bumili per box. Basta sabihin mo lang sa kanila na meron kayong minimum order quantity. And ang maganda pa is, sila pa yung nagpipick up ng delivery. So they nag-hire sila ng Grab or Lalamove to pick up their order from our factory, which is very convenient for us. And yung sales namin cash pa through GCash.
And do you have any plans of expanding Excel Systech? Right now, ilan ang offices ng Excel Systech Corporation?
Right now, we only have 1 office in Caloocan.
But now that you have this, you've tapped into the e-commerce boom and you have the digital tools, are there any plans of a future expansion?
I think what we are going to add is more online sellers of our products. So kahit na isa lang factory namin, marami nang nagbebenta online. Feeling ko, madami na rin kaming branches.
And usually yung mga customers ninyo, dito lang sa Luzon or is it expanded to other areas? Really, what areas are you servicing?
We are currently servicing the whole of the Philippines because we have several dealers in different provinces.
Wow! I'm surprised because when you said only 1 office, akala ko that it's just Metro Manila or Luzon. How are you able to service the entire Philippines? Contacting your customers. Isn't that so hard with just 1 office?
We have different distributors. So basically, we have a factory and from the factory, we can ship anywhere to the Philippines.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's good to know that even during the pandemic, even though all of these disruptions, you're still able to continue with your business. Now, for what are really some of the most important learnings that you can share from this experience? Of course, we didn't know there's going to be a pandemic, but what from everything that you learned, the challenges, what's some of the most important things?
So what I learned was the shift from offline to online is really urgent. Kung hindi kayo mag-shift from offline to online, is may iwan na talaga kayo ng mga nasa online. Kasi sobrang dami nila, di mo nakikita, sobrang daming multiple stores online and kahit na isang tao ka lang, pwede ka mag-serve ng sobrang daming customers pag online compared to offline. So I strongly suggest to all MSMEs to move your business online. Kahit na you start with 1 store and 1 product lang, just to try it.
Now, if people want to find out more about Excel Systech Corporation, how can they find out?
So you can contact us on Google or on Facebook. Just write Excel Systech Corp and you'll find us there.
Well, thank you for sharing with us your experience, Miss Claudine, about the challenges. We wish you all the best for Excel Systech Corporation.
Thank you, Randy. Have a nice day.
Thank you. For all of you watching Open for Business, we will be back. Stay tuned.
This portion is brought to you by North Luzon Express Terminal.
Ang hangad mo ba sa buhay ay matamis na tagumpay? Pwede mong subukan ang bee farming.
Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, sa ibang parte ng Asia hanggang northern part ng Australia, mayroong stingless bees.
Isa din yan, titingnan mo kung wala bang matatamaan na mga bahay, walang mapapasukan na bintana ng kapitbahay.
Busy as a bee ang mangyayari dahil ang puhunan din sipag at diskarte.
Ito naman ho ay napakasimple din gawin. No? Ito ay mula sa beeswax. Dito, magde-demo naman tayo ng kung paano hinaharvest yung honey ng Apis mellifera.
Nakuha ko yung mga kailangan ko doon dito sa pupuyog.
Kung saan niya kayong bibigyan ng pagkakitaan?
Kikita ka pag naalagaan mo sila ng tama.
Ako po si Robin Padilla at ito po ang ulat. Kagapay sa hanap buhay.
Sa panahon na laganap ang mga sakit, katuwang nyo ang BMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Gawa sa state-of-the-art facilities ang BMEG Premium Feeds. Kaya ito ay safe, sanitized, and hygienic. Walang dalang sakit, certified, malinis, sariwa at sigurado. At para laging malinis ang paligid, gumamit ng Protect Plus Gold. Isang safe broad-spectrum disinfectant na pumapatay ng mga virus, bacteria at fungi. BMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Sama-sama sa laban, walang iwanan.
Open for Business is back, and our business term of the week is virtual office. A virtual office gives businesses a physical address and office-related services without the overhead of a long lease and administrative staff. With a virtual office, employees can work from anywhere but still have things like a mailing address, phone answering services, meeting rooms, and video conferencing. Virtual offices operate as one unit to serve customers but do not exist in a fixed location. This type of setup is especially popular with startups and small businesses that want to minimize overhead. The creation of web-based office productivity software and services such as video conferencing has helped drive the growth in virtual offices. And today we learned that the critical events in the past year have initiated a period of perseverance, resilience, and innovation for MSMEs. Many small business owners were not defeated by the unprecedented disruptions. Rather, they saw an opportunity to pivot their business and embrace digital transformation. Taking advantage of all digital tools available, they continue to overcome the challenges brought on by the pandemic and confidently move their businesses forward. And with that, our quote of the week is from Winston Churchill. He said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood ng Open for Business, and thank you to our OFB Las Vegas correspondent Randy Bernardino and our guest from Excel Systech Corporation, Ms. Claudine Gale C.C. Samahan niyo kaming muli sa Open for Business sa susunod na linggo. Learn more insights from CEOs, thought leaders, industry experts, and SMEs promoting business development in the Philippines to keep you informed and open for business and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. Panoorin din ang programang OFB sa Facebook at YouTube. Mag-subscribe sa aming social media at Net25 TV. Para sa Open for Business, ako po si Cesar Vallejos. We live in interesting times.
This program is supported by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation. We think customers. BMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Sama-sama sa laban, walang iwanan. NEC 25 and Globe Business present Open for Business.